Hey, want to welcome everybody to your training session. Today we're going to be going over the backside of your website, just reviewing a little bit on the front, and then, excuse me, going more specifically into blogs, videos, and your gallery, photo gallery. If you have questions, and especially if you're watching this on the replay, put your messages into the chat, and then I'll get an email saying you have a question. I'll be able to respond back to you because I know some of you guys will be watching this on the replay for that. Also, everybody should have been emailed their URL to get into the backside of the website, your username, as well as your password. The passwords really should stay 16 characters long. My recommendation, as is our team's recommendation, to keep them what they are set at. They're considered long, strong passwords, and the minimum requirement right now is 16 to 18 characters, so the hackers can't get in. Is that going to change? Well, probably. I don't know when, though. So let me share my screen with you. Give me a second. All right. So the first thing you guys are going to see, this is what your dashboard when you get ready to log in is going to look like. It's going to say username or email address, and then your password. A lot of folks actually make this a favorite and click on Remember Me. So all you're going to do is log in. What's going to come up first is the backside of your website, the dashboard, the backside. You're going to hear me refer to it as a few things. Now, first thing you're going to see pop up is the Help Center. And just a FYI, I do run a demo site, so I may have some things on my sidebar that you guys don't, just as a heads up. If you have a support issue, please submit it via our request. Now you can go to the redmarketingtoyou.com/support, or you can just go to the backside of your website and go here, submit a support ticket. It will take you exactly where you need to go. The reason why I say click submit a support request is because it automatically goes into our queue. You don't have to wait for one of us, me specifically, if you're emailing me, to get to that. So it automatically goes into queue, and someone will get that started for you. All right, so there's that. And then if you scroll down a little bit, your phone leads are going to be on here. So whoever is calling you, if you have a call rail number on your website, which the majority of you guys do, this is where that's going to go. All right. And you can actually listen to them right here. If you click on that, you'll be able to listen to them. And it gives you all the information here. If you cannot see something like this, just let me know the phone number. I'm sorry, the phone number. If you can't see it all, just holler at us, submit a support request, and we'll look at it and see what's going on. Sometimes your screen is too wide, and that's all you'd have to do is readjust that. And then finally, your form leads. If you have any forms on your website, your form leads will also populate down here. It'll give you which form it came in on, their name, their email, their phone number, and the date and time that they submitted the request. So that's the backside. When you go into your the backside of your website, that's what's going to be there. So on your left-hand side over here, you're going to see all of the available items to you. Now, will you be able to work on all of them? No, but you will be able to work on some of them. The first thing we're going to talk about is post. So you just click on post, and what happens is all your posts are going to come up at one time. You're going to see everything that's there. You can see I started one, and it was published on 10/5. There's others that are in draft status, others that are published. As you go across, you're going to have the title, the author, the category, your tags, and if it was published or not, when it was last modified, as well as the time. Now, one of the things I want to touch on real quick is images. So I'll go down here to media real quick. Your images, before you upload them, should be named for SEO purposes, like accessibility SEO. You want them named before you upload it, because once they're uploaded, guys, you can't change the name. You literally will have to delete that and then rename that image on your hard drive. So if you have an image that you're uploading that is jpg.325.esc, that tells you nothing. You need to label it as what it's pertinent to, like MA, martial arts, TEST for testing, martial arts testing, 3 September 23, or something to that effect. It needs to be pertinent to what you're doing. If it's a product, name it whatever the product name is. It could be soap, SOAP, MEN 22. Okay, it could be the you create soaps and it's a 20-second scent you came up with. Just name it something pertinent to that. All right, so that's about your images. So we'll go back to posts. And the first thing I want you guys to do, you're going to want to make your website dynamic. Okay, what I mean by dynamic is you want to add pages to your website. And how you do that is through your blog posts, through your podcasts or videos, and through your Next-Gen Gallery. Every time you add a blog or a podcast, it grows your website by one page, which is why we recommend that you post 1 to 3 times a week. Really, it should be 2 to 3 times per week. Okay. And having run a martial arts academy myself, that's what I did, running a martial arts academy for 4 of them for years. It's hard. I'm not telling you that you're going to have a whole lot of time for this, but everyone can grab an hour, hopefully, have everything written up. And then what you're going to do is upload them all at once and schedule them to go out. So you can schedule 2 to go out a week. It is really time saving when you do it like that. So that way you're not sitting down every week and having to take time out of your day that way. All right. So we're going to add a new blog post. So you click on Add New. And I want you to go top to bottom, left to right. So we're going to add a name. So training today's date 10/9. Okay, what's going to pop up is going to be what's called a permalink in a little bit, and your permalink is something you will use for your social media. The next thing I want you guys to look at is add media, SG Podcast, add gallery, add form. You go across visual and text. We're always going to do this in a visual mode. So now what I have to do is I have to find my article. So I go find my article. I'm going to copy and paste it. Okay, here. And it comes up. But one of the other things you need for SEO is going to be at least 2 to 3 header 2s and 3s. And if you don't know what that is, it's making a portion of this bigger and it stands out, and it actually has the HTML codes for the headers. So in this case, I want to make lorem ipsum a header 2. I want to make this bigger. All right. And then we'll make the what is a header 3. And as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm just highlighting what I want to make a header, going up to the paragraph drop down, clicking it, bam, header 3. You can see header 2 is bigger, and then my header 3s are smaller. But I have what Google is looking for as far as the number of header 2s and header 3s, okay? So the next thing I want to do is I really want to make this a something that pops out, right? I want to be able to add an image to it. So I'm going to put my cursor, which is down here after it. I'm going to put it down here, and then I'm going to go to Add Media, this little button up here. And if my image isn't there, and it's on my desktop, I've renamed it, I'm going to go Upload Files, select Files, find my files I want to upload. It's my JPEG file. All right, it's uploading, and you can tell that because it still says it's uploading. The next thing, as you're looking at this, over to your right-hand side, it says Alt Text. So Alt Text is something that you need to put in for your images. You have 126 characters. That's it. 126 characters, which actually is a lot. That includes punctuation and spaces. All right. And you need to describe what that file is. It's for several reasons. One, it's for programs. If you have someone who is visually impaired or otherwise impaired, they can, there's software programs that'll read what it is. The other thing is sometimes you have issue buffering and getting that image to appear. And we've all had it happen where that box comes up and it's broken, but underneath it, it describes, hopefully it describes what that image is. So in this case, I'm just going to say, Austin Carrier not happy with having to take a nap. Okay. And then down here, as you scroll down, you're going to see attachment displays. So there's two places that this is going to be. If you miss it here, it's not a big deal. So we're going to pretend to miss it. So I'm going to insert it into Post. And then I'm going to look, I don't know if that's the right size. Well, what you want to do is preview it. Go over here, click preview. It's going to pop up in a new window. Ooh, I don't like that. He's kind of small, kind of just doesn't look good there. So I'll close that out. And what I'm going to do is click on the image, and it gives you another menu. So then if I go align left, it puts all the text over. If I go center, it centers it up. Align right, puts all the text to the right. And no alignment puts it back where it was. So we're going to go center. I'm not sure. I thought it was a little bit small. So now I'm going to click on the edit button. And I'm going to go to a large size and the link to, you always want to make sure that does not say none. This case, we want it to say attached to, always attached to media file, because it keeps them on your website. All right. You're going to click update down here. And then my recommendation, once again, go to preview. Look, oh yeah, he looks better there. Nice. All right, so we're good. And then there's one other thing two other things we want to do. There's also a video that I need to add with this particular post. Side note on that, if you have a YouTube channel, which is great, we love for you to have a YouTube channel. The difference or the problem with a YouTube channel is you cannot put that under your podcast. If you have anything with a YouTube channel, it does have to go in a blog post. Okay. If you have questions on that, like I said, drop it in the comment section, send me an email, and I can walk you through all that. But in this case, I want to add media again. And I have to upload a file. Okay, it's uploading. We're going to insert into post. Now, once again, you can edit it, but really it's not going to give you the same features as the other ones. So I'm going to go up. I'm going to preview again. Just double check, guys. That's all I'm saying. Scroll down. My image is still good. Now I want to see what my video looks like. It's moving. It's good. You can hear the bugs chirping in the background. All right, that's good. All right, so we've gone top to bottom, right? The last thing on here is I need to make sure if someone shares this, and this is particularly, let's say this is dealing with an event you guys have, an open house for, literally an open house for the housing market, or you're having a product demonstration, or you're having a martial arts event, right? What you want to do is put a link in here. So I would go to websites, find whatever word you want, highlight it, and then you're going to click this little chain right here. And you're going to, it's probably best to copy and paste. So what I'll do is go here, go rep marketing, and I want to go to marketing. And what I would recommend doing is just copying and pasting this. That way you ensure you have the right URL and you didn't mistype anything. You hit return, and then we're going to preview. Scroll down, scroll. Oh, websites. Does it go where I want it to go? It did. Bam, that link works beautifully. So now we've done everything top to bottom. Now we're going left to right. You don't need to worry about the format section, but you do need to select a category. So if it's for your students only, you would select students, but you'd have to give them the URL. If it's a blog, anybody can see it. That's what you're going to select. So select blog. Go down here to tags. 3 to 5 tags is all you want to add. Anything more, and when Google goes through your site, when they review your site, index it, they could say you're trying to keyword spam, and that would mark your score down. So in here, you're going to put the tags that are pertinent, once again, to the story. In this case, we would say blog, hosting, training. And if you can't think of anything, you can always go down here and choose from the most common used tags. We will say boss terriers. And I'm intentionally going to put something in here that doesn't pertain. I put a comma between each one and then hit add or enter. Going through, that's right, that's right. Whoa, gun control. This is not on gun control. So I'm going to click the X. Once I click the X, it's gone. And then the last thing you have to do as far as setting up the blogs is you have to set a featured image. The featured image needs to be landscape, not portrait. All right, so we're going to go to set featured image. And we want to find a landscape image. And then we're going to insert or set as featured image. And yes, that should have had alt text. I didn't put that in there. So we're going to go up, preview a last time. And if this happens, let us know, drop us a support ticket, because It just means that the team has to slide everything down a little bit. But that's where you're going to see that. All right. That's why it needs to be a landscape, because it goes across the screen. All right. So we've got everything in here. Now let's say you guys have taken the time, hopefully, to upload. This is like the 5th article I've uploaded, right? I've got 5 articles that are ready to be posted. Well, once again, you never post them all at the same time. You're just, it looks to Google, it looks to people like you're just throwing it all up at one time. You want to schedule them. And how you schedule them is this top box right here. You see where it says publish immediately? So this one being we'll say the 5th one, we're going to edit this. I want it to go out in October, but I want it to go out on the 27th of October at 09:30 with the scheduling. Only in this part, you do have to use a 24-hour clock. If I wanted this to go out at 9:30 at night, it wouldn't do it. It'd go out at 9:30 in the morning. So please make sure to remember to put it in a 24-hour clock if you want it to go out in the afternoon. The green thing here says publish. If I click that, this is immediately going to publish. But what I want to do instead, because I want this scheduled, is I'm going to click OK. And I'm going to click schedule. And now it is scheduled. And you could go back. It says right here, post scheduled for 27 October at 9:30. One of the other things that, let's say you see a word in here that's incorrectly spelled. All right. We'll just say this is incorrectly spelled, and we need to correct that. So we'll say her or he. Okay, it's supposed to be he. I cannot just change that and say that it's good to go and lock or close this out. I actually have to click update. So any changes to pictures, to links, anything, you must click update in order for that update to take place. All right, so if anyone has any questions, please holler at me via the comment section. I'll get those answered for you as soon as I can. And then we go back to all posts, and you'll be able to see this one is scheduled. I'm the author. I have it under blog category, my tags, and then it's scheduled to go out 10/27 at 9:30. All right. The next thing we'll talk about is podcasts, because it's so similar to blogs. Once again, you click on podcasts. It's going to bring up all your podcasts that you have in here. We're going to go to add new podcast. Same thing I'm going to tell you, top to bottom, left to right. So we'll go podcast training. And it is important that if you have, like a Zoom is the first thing I think of. If you have a Zoom meeting or a Zoom seminar that you've done, you know, you can get the audio and the video and audio. And if you want to upload them both, that's great, but you have to have a different title. You cannot have the same title or it'll mess up the RSS feeds. So I'll show you the video one. You're going to go to upload and you're going to select your video. If it's here, good to go. Just click, insert into post. Then the next selection is going to be whether it's audio or video. In this case, it's video. Is there explicit content? It's a drop down. No, yes, or clean. You guys, you'll have to make sure you review it and then select the correct content. You always want to put a thumbnail image in there. And then your description, it's 400, I think it's 460 some characters that you can use for this. Once again, be as descriptive as you can. Okay. Go up. Like I said, I'm one of those folks, I'd rather make sure I'm right. Everything looks good. I'm going to preview. So obviously this should be something that looks like the video. You're going to click on that. It's going to bring up the video. Here. Okay. So that's why you want to make sure that it is as descriptive as possible. All right, so that looks good. Once again, this part is the same. You can publish immediately or click edit to schedule it. I'm just going to say publish. And there it is. It's published. So we go back to podcasts. And it says my video was published at 2:09 p.m. All right. Questions on that? Give me a comment and I'll answer that. If it's only audio, it's like this one will be. You would upload your audio file, your MP3 file, and select audio and name it as such. One of the things that's really also, if you have an Apple phone, an iPhone, the default for images is HEIC format as opposed to a JPEG format. This system does not allow or recognize, I guess I should say, the HEIC format. So you would actually have to do one of two things. If you upload, or if it's on your hard drive, you can always go to a converter and change it from HEIC to JPEG. Or you can change your default settings in your iPhone and have them save as JPEG as opposed to HEIC. So any issues with that, it's all over the internet. You can search it or you can reach out on that one. Either a support ticket, or if it's not something pressing matter, just send me an email and I can send you some links for that. Okay, so the last thing we want to talk about now is Next Gen Gallery. Some of you guys have it and some of you guys may not. If it's something you're interested in and you don't have it after this session, just see Dr. Moody and he'll be able to talk to you about what you have to do to get that. So we're going to click on Next Gen Gallery. Anyone that has it, with very few exceptions, only has one gallery. Okay. If you are using this like you could use this for martial artists, you can have color belt testings, black belt testings, events. For if you're selling a product, you could have products. If you have different style products, like a spray product and a soap product, you could have different different galleries for that. It really depends on how many photos you have. If you have more than 25, you probably want to start thinking about doing separate galleries, okay? Because it gets long and cumbersome to look through 100 pictures. That is something you would have to submit a support request on, because there's certain things that we have to do on the back side of the site that you guys don't have access to. So that's all you would have to do on that. Now, to add images to the current gallery you have, you're going to click on the gallery, get that hand, click on the gallery, and my apologies. You're actually going to go over to Next Gen Gallery and add gallery/images. Then what you're going to do is you can upload images after you select your gallery, in this case, Lorem Gallery 1. You're going to upload images. We're going to browse for them. And it will only take JPEG and PNG, JPG and PNG files. So I'm going to open that. You can see I have one image there. And we're going to upload file. All right, it says it's complete. It also gives you a message down here. It was successfully uploaded to your gallery. All right, so that's good. You can then go to Manage Galleries. Click on the gallery you want to manage. And especially if this is the first time you're looking at your gallery, I want you to go to Gallery Settings, click on the down arrow, and it's going to open it up for you. Make sure your title is good to go, your description is good to go, and then your preview image. If you click on that, you're going to see the numbers and the name of the images, okay? It's important to go through these images first and say, oh, I like 41 better, or if you just uploaded a new one, I like 69 better. So I'm going to click on it and say 69 is my preview image, and then I'm going to save changes. So as you're looking at this, you're going to see an ID number, which is the number that it assigns to it, the thumbnail, your image, file name, alt and title text, tags, and e-commerce. This is the one column you don't have to worry about. This was designed for folks who were artists, basically, who were selling their product. Tags, once again, 3 to 5. If you put more in, it could be considered keyword spamming. Your alt text, same as before. It's simply describing that image, like Karate Kids kneeling. And then your title description, your description is, in this case, Karate Kids learning the life skill of patience. All right, so they have to be patient in order to sit on their knees and not move. And you're going through, and all of a sudden you see maybe it's a product or a house or a student that is no longer part of your team, and you have to get that off your site. All right, so what you're going to do is click on that image or images, scroll back up to the top, go to bulk actions and select delete images and apply. It's giving you another warning. Are you sure you want to continue? Yeah, I'm sure. So click OK. Then you need to go down and click Save Changes. All right, it says it's updated successfully. The other place to go once you've done this is to make sure that wasn't a preview image, because if it was a preview image, you're not going to it's going to say no picture. So then you have to go in and select a picture and save changes again. All right. If there's any questions on this, shoot me a comment. I'm going to turn off screen share now. I appreciate everyone who's coming by to do the training on this. You know, I'm all about training. If you guys need it, let me know. If we need to do another video, I can do that. At Rev Marketing, we want to make sure everybody has everything that they need in order to be successful. So that's all I have. Once again, reach out to me, guys. Do it during the chat or in the chat. If you have a support request, if you have something that needs to be changed, submit a support request. All right? All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.